Hi, all y'all amazing folks on YouTube. Crafty Jenny here again, and today I'm going to be showing you how to take this plastic canvas and make something pretty awesome out of it. I'm going to be doing three different things, making three different things. I'm going to show you how to make this amazing wagon, like an old-timey wagon train. And you can use the inside of it to hold any of your supplies. I use mine for my paintbrushes. I put them in and it holds them very well. And then I'm going to show you how to make a little cup that you can keep. Well, what I'm going to use mine for is I'm going to keep my little buttons and my little needles and anything small that gets lost very easily. I'm going to be putting in it. And I may use a few of these on the cup itself also to make it look a little bit cuter. And then I'm going to make just like a little decorative flower out of it, just to show you its versatility, that you can use it as a practical use for storage, or you can make just little cute things to have around the house to kind of give a little bit of color around, since right now we're just stuck at home all the time. So I will get started and show you how you do it. So the first thing you want to do is cut out a circle, however big you want the bottom of your cup, and whatever dimensions you want your cup to be. Then you measure around how big your circle is. Mine, I already measured it just to be on the safe side. It's a 6.5. I believe this is, yeah, 6.5 inches. So what you want to do is measure out 6.5 inches on your plastic canvas and mark it. If you can find something to mark with, I can't. Oh, here. You want to take whatever color you can find and mark at 6.5. Right there, 6.5. Then you want to go up with however tall you want your cup. I'm thinking I want mine probably around 3 inches, 2.5 to 3. I think I'll stick at 2.5 today. And then you want to mark that spot also. And then once you get those marked, then you can cut out your plastic canvas that you need for your cup. Once you get the amount of plastic canvas cut out that you need for your cup, you need to attach them in a circular fashion. So you take it and you take your yarn needle and whatever color yarn that you want to make it. I am in love with orange. It's always been my favorite color, so I try to make everything as orange as I can. And you want to go under with your first stitch, and then once you go over with your next stitch, and keep repeating under and pulling tight, and then over again and pulling tight until you get the whole thing done. Now that this is all stitched together, what I like to do is to put a rim around the top of the cup with the yarn. So you just make sure you go in towards the cup with your yarn. It just gives it a neater look that way. And just keep going all the way around, just like that. I'll show you again. You just go from the outside in and just pull tight until you go all the way around. now that I've got this done, it's time, if you want to, you don't have to put a pattern on it. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do little diamond shapes, and then I'm going to add a couple of these cute little buttons. Not sure which ones I'm going to add. We'll see which ones look good once I start. But I'm going to add a couple of these. Well, first I'll show you how I do my diamond shape. What I will do is I will start about right in here. Oh, and I made a mistake starting off because I wasn't paying too close attention. Take that out and make sure you have your thread where it'll go through the top and not the bottom. I'll start right in here. And then however big you want your diamond, you can do it however big you want it. Just keep going. You want to make sure you have it the same dimensions. And just make sure you keep the same dimension. And you always want to make sure that you don't go back through where you just came from, because you'll end up taking the thread right out, well, the yarn right out. So it'll take you a little bit to get used to making these patterns, but it's easy once you get the hang of it. And there we go. There's my little diamond. And I'm going to make all the way around. I'm going to make some all the way around. And then down here is where I'm going to put my little buttons. They're technically buttons that you could put on fabric, but I think they'll be cute on here. So once I get all of the pattern done, I'll show you how I'm going to attach these. All of my pattern is done. It's time to attach the buttons. So you just go wherever you want your button to be, and you technically just sew it on with your yarn. And make sure you go as close as you can, going back through. That way it stays on really tight. Then you just keep going around until you get them all where you want them. And once you get your little beads or whatever you want to put on it, it doesn't have to be buttons, it could be beads, it could be anything if you want to put it on. It's time to put the bottom on. And to do that, like I've done here, you push it in, and I like to use these hair bows to kind of hold it in a circular shape, and then you just attach it using the bottom row of this. You go in the bottom row, and up through into the bottom part. And just keep going all the way around until you get both of them attached. And I'll do one more. And you just keep going around and around and around until you get it all attached. Now that I've got one round around the bottom done, what I've decided to do, just to give it a little bit of a thicker look on the bottom and a more sturdy base, is I'm going to go through it again. And this time, instead of going on the first row of holes, I'm going to go on the second row. And then go back through on the bottom, where it'll have a thicker, more sturdy hold on the bottom. That way you don't lose your bottom of your cup ever. And here it is, completely done. I am in love with how it came out. I love the buttons on it. What I did, just took a little bit of orange paper, cut it out to size, and put it in there so nothing falls out. And I'm going to put my little extra buttons that I have in here so I don't lose them, because knowing me, I would lose them. And I'm going to take my extra yarn needles and put them in here. And it's just perfect for these little things that would normally get lost. But now I have the perfect spot for them. Up next is me showing you how to make a flower out of the yarn and the plastic canvas. Onto the flower. What I've done is cut out this shape. It kind of reminds you of like a pixelated or like a Minecraft-ish looking flower. And I really think this is really going to be pretty when I get it made in my cup, setting it in my cup. And you also want to cut out a little stem to attach to it so it can just kind of snuggle in there with your stuff. So what you want to do is cut 4 squares across, 4 squares down, 4 squares across, 3 squares down, 3 squares across, 3 squares down, and then copy it going down, the same pattern going down on both sides, and then you end up with this. And then for the stem, you do 2 squares across and however long down you want it. I did 16. I may end up shortening it, making it a little bit shorter later. Not sure, depending on how tall it looks when I get it done. But for now, it's 2 across and 16 squares long. And you can use any kind of color yarn on this one that you want your flower to be. I am gonna try to make mine purple, pink, and the middle yellow. Give it a little bit of a different colors to it, kind of like you would see a real flower. So what I'm gonna do is start threading my needle with the purple, because the purple's gonna be on the outside. And what you always want to do before threading any kind of needle with any kind of thread or yarn or anything is get your sharpest pair of scissors that you can find and cut a straight edge. That way it's easier to get it in the needle. And with the yarn, you want to pinch it as flat as you can get it. And if you have any little extra hairs hanging off, you want to make sure to get rid of those, because it'll keep it from going in the needle. And you want to carefully get it through. And if you have any little pieces that didn't want to go through, you just pull back like this and pull it through until you get it all in nice and neat. And there you go. And then you want to pull as much thread as you think you may need, or yarn. Excuse me, I keep calling it thread and it's not. And just chop it off. Then you want to do 1 knot in the top here to keep it from coming through your hole. And then a double or triple knot in the bottom to keep it sturdy in where it doesn't come out. So I'm going to get that done and then start stitching. So you want to take the thread that you want to use around the edges and just go all the way around. I'll do a few so you can see. You just want to keep going all the way around the whole edges. And on the corner, actually, you want to do 2 stitches because it will be, you have it going this way and this way. So on the corners, you want one of the stitch going over the top and one of the stitch going over the side. That way you don't have any of the plastic, well, as least amount of the plastic showing as possible. And then when you get to the corner here, you just want to skip over to this one because this one is technically in the middle of the flower. So you skip over to that side and just keep going. I'm going to get it all the way around and I'll show you what it looks like. Now that I've got the outer edge purple done, I'm going to go on with my secondary color, which is this really, really pretty yellow. So what you want to do is go in next to the purple. And there's a lot of different ways you could do it. You could go in and out of every one. You could, just, however you want the look of it. But what I'm going to do is go from all the way the bottom to the top. Like that. And I'm going to keep going until I get it all done. Now that the yellow is done, it's time for the orange. And I'm actually really happy with how this is turning out. It kind of reminds me of a kind of pixelated-ish looking flower or a flower from Minecraft. So I'm really happy with how it's coming out. So now we need to do the middle orange, and now that I've got the orange middle done, I'm going to use one of these golden fasteners that you use for paper and put it in the middle to give a cute little middle to the flower. And sometimes it can be a little tricky getting it to go in the little holes, but if you keep working with it, it'll go. And just make sure you get it halfway lined up in the middle, like that. And I think that makes it really cute. So now it's time for me to work on the stem. Now for the stem, what you want to do is whatever color you want. I'm going to go with this green because it kind of reminds me of the stem color in Minecraft. And go all the way down and all the way around, and then one through the middle. That way it bulks it up a little bit. And here it is all done. I am extremely happy with how it came out. I really am in love with it. I really enjoy the Minecraft-ish pixelated kind of vibe to it. Here they are both together. I am really in love with both of these. They will really, really, really come in handy, especially my cup, because I'm still using it for my stuff. I will have to do a part 2 video for the wagon because this has taken quite a long time to do. So y'all subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, click all those notifications, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!